So welcome back to AmbitionZ VapeR. What up, squad? I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Today is Friday, and I have a review for you I've been putting off because I wanted to use it more, and I know it's going to be a long review, and I thought today on my new camera would be a good one to do it. So excuse the audio if it isn't as good as it previously is. But today's review is going to be on Avid Artisian Daedalus coil building kit. So what we're going to do in this review is we're gonna dive down. I'm going to show you everything that it comes with. I'm going to do a fuse Clapton for you. Anytime that you do an alien Clapton or a 3-strand alien or a 3-strand inner wire, it definitely, you have to kind of do it no matter if you have a coil building kit or not. You have to do a bunch of additional things and it'd just be really, really too long. And then we're going to come back up and I'm going to talk about some pros and cons and things that I wish that they did differently and all that good stuff. All right, see you guys in a minute. So today we're looking at the Daedalus. I'm butchering that name. Daedalus. Coil wrapping device. You can wrap your own fuse Claptons, alien Claptons, all that good stuff. This is the back of it. Okay, so it's gonna come with this stuff. Okay, you're gonna have your thing here. Okay, it's basically a drill, reverse, backwards. Holds a dual 18650. Okay, it's got a VapeR shock feel to it. It has a thing on the side to the speed. It has a check of the drill, which you like, which you want. Then it also has this thing. Now this piece here only holds certain spools of wire. So some wires will not fit. Kidney punches, lightning vapes will not. Temco will not. So some do, some don't. I have 34 gauge kidney puncher and it goes on nicely. If you're gonna try to use lightning vapes, no, lightning vapes fits, okay? Huh, somebody said lightning vapes doesn't. It definitely does. Temco does not. In this tutorial, we're gonna be using 34 gauge nichrome from Kidney Puncher. We're also going to be using some Anarchist A&80 24 gauge wire for the inner. We're going to do a fuse Clapton. Also comes with these goodies. Okay. It comes with 2 swivels if you wanted to do swivels. Okay. And then it has these springs that go on top. And then you put a bolt on there to keep the tension. The tighter that is, the better the coil will come out. All right, so you got some swivels, you got 2 springs, one hard, one medium. All right, and then you have these bad boys. Okay, and basically what these is one for 28 gauge and one for 26 gauge, but we're doing 24 gauge. This will help it from stop twisting. If you put the inner core wire through there, it will stop it from twisting. I'm using 24. It also comes with this clamp to clamp down if you wanted to do the alien type. Like if you want to do alien Claptons and stuff on this, it's not really going to help you doing those types of intricate wires. Those are really, you have to do a lot of that by hand, by pulling the wire out, you know, that type of scenario. So not going to use that. I'm not going to use the swivels, even though I know how to. I did a tutorial on it. I have Geek Vapes kit here, okay? So I'm gonna take out, you're gonna need wire cutters, one of these pliers to straighten out the wire, and you'll probably need some nice ceramic tweezers of some sort. You're also gonna need an RDA. We're going to need, we're gonna need about 2 coils, about 1 foot. So we're gonna need about 2 feet. Snip that off. This wire you can find at Local Vape. It's the only wire I use when I do my own coils. This stuff is just awesome. It's 15 feet. It's Anarchist A&80 wire. It's nichrome and alloy and some other stuff. Alright, so get this out of the way. So we're going to take this piece. So we're going to put this in the chuck of the drill. you're gonna hold this little piece, you can tighten it down with to get it nice and tight. All right. So we're gonna take the pliers, do it in one way. Nice straight wire, right? Then we're gonna cut this in half. Looks good. Cut it. Take them again. Wow, that was pretty damn close. So I'm gonna snip the end piece here. To make it better on the chuck of the drill, what I like to do is put L's on the end of these in 2 different directions. Okay? Like that. Like that, all right? Put these in the hole, and then you can flip it upside down, and then there's another hole that it goes through, okay? Then it goes out the back. Okay? So now what I can do is hopefully, you want this nice and tight. I'll do that in a minute. We'll get this bad boy here. You want to get these nice and next to each other. You want to put these in the chuck, get that nice and tight. You want to make sure those are as good as can be. You don't want any overlapping. Now I'm going to take this off. I put that on prematurely. So you want to get your wire, then you want to put that on. Well, I do that in a minute. You want to feed this wire through this hole. Is take this piece of wire and wrap it around you want to wrap it around that little elbow. Then you get this nice and tight. Okay? You still want it to move. All right. As long as that's tight, that will run. Alright, so there you go, okay? So what you can do after that is snip that wire. You can take the spool off. Alright. Wow. Just finished the wire. Look at that. I mean, it just finished. Undo the chuck. Alright, and then it comes out. And this twists in this wire, as you can see. I'll show you a close-up, but it's a really, really nice wire. I mean, this thing definitely comes in handy. I need a vape. Now, it's best to use 2 of these to do this part. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the excess on that side, and then I'm gonna cut off the excess on that side. All right, and then we have our fuse Clapton. The way I like to do this pot is you need 2 of these. Take one of them. You gotta start on one end. So we are back from the close-up, ladies and gentlemen, on the Avid Artisian, I'm gonna butcher this name, Daedalus, Daedalus, something like that. All right, I did the fuse Claptons for you. I did all that good stuff. It works well. This thing definitely works well. I think everybody should definitely have one of these. If you don't know how to build coils yourself, or you just, it's a little bit tedious to you, or it's hard, I definitely think it's a great purchase to have. Building fuse Claptons and doing the cores, very, very easy. I have the fuse Claptons that I made down low. I have it in the combo RDA. Comes out to a 0.12. I have it at 110 watts. And I'm going to put some old birthday cake, Black Series birthday cake e-liquid from Kilo e-liquids in here. And let's talk about some things that I like about it and things that I don't like about it. I'm going to go over the cons first. Makes really good coils. You definitely want to have the spool on this pot on tight with the springs that they give you. If you don't, the tighter, you don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose. You want it like, you want some decent tension on it because it will make the wire wrapping around the inner coil a lot tighter for you. So that's one big thing that you need to make sure as well. Now, talking about spools in this, okay, lightning vapes, a lot of lightning vape spools will not work with this. Kidney puncher, 100-foot spools do work with this. That's where I like to buy my wire from, either Twisted Messes or Kidney Puncher. The big spools with the bigger diameter in there will definitely fit, but some don't fit. Temco won't fit. Some lightning vapes won't fit. So that's a con. This spool needs to be thinner so that you can use anything you want. Now, some might be tight and you could screw it down, but I mean, you know, that's just really not convenient, okay? When you make coils, you want to just on the go. Now, I like how this pot, okay, nice drill. I like the chuck of the drill. I like how you can tighten down here. It works well. It's not the best, okay, but it works pretty well, I must say. And I like how it uses 2 18650s because most of us have 18650s laying around. Comes in a nice box. Comes with swivels, springs, bolts. Okay, it comes with plenty. I like how it gives the swivels. You're definitely going to need that to do your alien wire and, you know, whatnot. So I like how they give you swivels. Sometimes hard to come by those. Now, it has the 2 things where you could put 3 strands or 2 strands of 28 and 26. I wish it came with a 24 because I like to do my my fuse Claptons with 24 gauge in the inner. So I wasn't really able to use these down low to really show you, but it keeps the inner wire together. It stops it from twisting up on each other. If you do 26 or 28 gauge, I definitely recommend. All you do is you just put it on you put the wire through it, and then when you put it together, it just holds the wire from twisting. That's all it does. It's a really nice piece though. And it also comes with a clamp. I really like how it comes with the clamp as well. Some people don't have that. It comes with everything you need to build coils, and I definitely like that, most definitely. And the coils came out really, really nice. Really been working well. Comes with everything mostly you need besides the wire. Sometimes you saw it rocks a little bit when it's down low. It's because the wire's hitting this piece and it's making it, you know, rock. If you put those little metal pieces on there, it definitely helps with that from doing that, okay? But I have 24 gauge. I use 24 gauge, so makes really nice coils. As I showed you down low, the coils come out, the strands come very, very nice. It's very easy. You don't really have to worry too much about it overlapping because as long as that tension's really strong, there's a guider on this piece that helps guide it, and it does a phenomenal job at it. It goes pretty fast. I mean, I turned it all the way up, down, low, and let it just go, and it does it really quickly. So you don't have to hold the spool with the swivel. You could just like let it do its thing, really. Definitely a nice kit to have for coil building. You can do aliens, you can do staple, you can do 3 strands. It's a little bit more harder, it's a little bit more difficult. It's definitely for more advanced users. But to do fused Claptons, that people that don't do coil building at all, is very easy. I mean, it's extremely, extremely easy. So I really like that as well. You know, this was sent to me from Avid Artisian for the purpose of this review. It's not going to change my opinion or anything like that, but I want to let you guys know as well. And you can find this stuff at, they don't have a website, they have a Facebook page. I'll put it in the description for you guys, most definitely. But I did find it online. Everson, link on screen and description, $79. $80 for this kit. I highly think it's worth it. It even has this nice like VapeR shock coating on it. Very nice. So it doesn't slide around. It doesn't slip in your hand. I think it's very nice as well. Only comes in black. As long as you get it set up correctly, you shouldn't really have any issues. There's a couple of holes on the bottom for bigger gauge, thinner and thinner. That's where your main wire goes through. Your inner core wire will go in the bottom holes. And then the upper wire, you want to use 36 gauge, 40 gauge. I use 40 or 36, usually 36. I would use 40 if I had any, but I don't have any. So 36 gauge, I like nichrome. You can use Canthol as well. And then that goes through that hole like I showed you, and it goes down there as well. So I think they did a phenomenal job. The build quality is very nice. It feels like a solid piece. This is obviously plastic, but it needs to be light so it can, you know, the wiring can move. If this was heavy, it might overlap. So that's nice. This thing feels solid. Most definitely. It definitely feels solid. Definitely recommend it. It's AmbitionZ VapeR approved. If a mugger stole my book bag and this was in it, I would definitely go out and buy it. Most definitely. That's what I got for you today, Scott. I hope you found this video helpful or informative. If you did, you know what to do. I give you content daily, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Don't waste your FM bandwidth not being subscribed to this channel. Remember, squad, stay juiced up. Smoking is gone. Vaping is on. Let's vape on.